Alright guys, today we are headed out here on Hirschfelden once again to continue a search for my most wanted rare, which is the melanistic pheasant, and on this occasion we'll be visiting some multiplayer stations where, apart from having a good chance at finding one of those melanistics, we may also stumble onto some monsters like this max estimate red fox. He's a potential level 9 and perhaps the first diamond of the hunt, so we gotta find it, although it is unlikely since only a fraction of the max estimate foxes are level 9s, only a small fraction. Now, going over the best places to hunt foxes here on Hirschfelden, you have to know that they actually inhabit the entire map, so it is possible to find them on pretty much every single location, but regardless, I still think there are some areas where it's a bit easier to spot the foxes compared to the others. For instance, this northwestern region usually has a good concentration of foxes and is a really good option to look for big ones like the one we're chasing. Also, this region up here normally has a good amount of foxes, and the same can be said about this Hirschfelden area, where I'm pretty sure I've gotten like 4 diamonds. Actually, this is where I got my first diamond fox. Of course, I can't forget to mention this other part of the map where it's also relatively easy to spot the foxes, and it's actually the place where I got my first and only melanistic fox, so it's definitely a location worth checking. Oh, there he is. How big is it? Level 7, come on. You know, it's not too common for the max estimates being level 7s, most of them are gonna be mythicals, and some of them are gonna be 9s, probably like 60% mythicals, 30% level 7s, and only 10% end up being legendaries. I mean, that is a very rough estimate, but based on my experience, it is probably not too far from being accurate. So anyway, as you can see, this fox is roughly 60 meters out, so I'ma drop him using the 243 Ranger. He's speeding up? Man, I honestly can't wait for that bug to get fixed, it's really annoying. And that's it, we dropped them. Okay, as for the score of this level 7, a 12.27, really small max estimate as expected. You know, the shot was pretty decent, we hit a heart and a single lung after a chase of 1.85 kilometers, so he's not massive, but it's a nice trophy to begin the hunt. Alright guys, now we're on a different session and I just spotted an absolute giant over there. An absolute monster. Which unfortunately is out of sight now. It was already fleeing when I spotted him, but it's a level 3 Roe Deer with a very high chance to be the first diamond of the hunt. I really hope it won't take us too long to find it, although the truth is that the Roe Deer is one of the trickiest animals to chase here on Hirschfelden, so it won't be a quick chase by any means. Oh! I think that's him. I actually see a female over there. And I assume that one is the big one. Yeah, that's definitely the level 3, look at those antlers. As you can see, he's a level 3 with a top estimate of 86, while the diamond score is 81.8, I believe. I'ma drop him using the 243. And that should have been a hard shot. It was honestly a long chase, probably more than 2 kilometers. I really struggled to find it because, as I said, the Roe Deers are quite tough to track normally, and this one was no exception. So I'm certainly really glad that we finally got the opportunity to shoot him, especially because it's getting dark, and of course it wouldn't be precisely easy having to track this guy at night. And now let's see if it is in fact the first diamond of the hunt. The antlers look big enough, so I would expect him to make it. 83.19, he's a diamond. We hit a heart and a double lung at 67 meters after a chase of 3 kilometers, honestly a bit more than I expected. Now let's continue a hunt and let's retake the search for the melanistic pheasant, we need to find one. Well, now we're on a different server, currently right on this area. We are at the Bison drink time and I was actually heading directly towards this lake, which is actually one of the best locations to hunt bisons while they are drinking, and on this occasion I stumbled across the track of a potential level 5 bull, potentially the second diamond of the hunt. You know, only a small fraction of these max estimates are gonna end up being level 5s, but generally my luck with this species has been quite decent, so I certainly wouldn't be surprised if this guy ends up being an actual diamond potential. Now I just realized that the tracks are actually heading towards the west. Initially I thought that they were heading directly towards this lake, which as I said was the lake I was planned to visit, but then I realized that they are actually heading towards this other lake, which is not as famous as the other, but also has some bison, so we're gonna go there. Okay, we're at the lake now. We should see this bison very soon. And there he is, he's fleeing. Apparently they were all drinking right there just a few seconds ago, so it's a shame we were not being able to see him. There's a female. So where's the male? Right there. How big is it? Level 4, top estimate of 126, he doesn't have any chance to be diamond. We're gonna use the 4-7 on it as soon as we get the opportunity. Let's see. And that's it, he's down. Oh. Just like that. You know, below 100 meters, this 4.7 is by far the best rifle you can use on a class 9 animal. It is simply an absolute beast. Well, it is also quite effective at more than 100 meters, but that is the point where it starts losing a significant amount of penetration. So anyway, now let's see a score of this max estimate level 4. He's a 117.78, really small max estimate. As you can see, we hit a single long plus deliver on the first shot and a hard shot on the second attempt. Frankly, I thought he was gonna be slightly bigger, but unfortunately he ended up scoring at the bottom of the estimate, pretty much. That's a rare. A female melanistic fallow deer. I usually don't kill the rare females for the antler species, but in this case it is a melanistic, so we simply cannot ignore it. Not sure if I would place it on my main Saseca Safari Trophy Lodge, but it's definitely gonna be a nice addition for one of my Spring Creek manors. Alright, she's roughly 140 meters out, so I'm a dropper using the new 44 lever action rifle, which is the new rifle. We shouldn't have any issue to drop her on the spot, since these bullets have plenty of penetration and they are simply amazing against class 4 animals. I'm talking about the 44 flat nose bullets. I actually wanna drop both the male and the female. So as soon as the female stops, we're gonna drop them both. That's it. And we got the male as well. Now if we can kill the other female, it would be great. She's down. I gotta say that this new rifle has exceeded my expectations so far. You know, it is a class 3 2-weight rifle, which makes it one of the most versatile weapons in the game, covered in 6 classes, and the fact that apart from having a good amount of penetration and power, it also has a 6-round magazine definitely makes it one of the best rifles in the game. Now here we have this beautiful melanistic, which as you can see we dropped here in a double long plus the lever at 116 meters. You know, the next time I find the diamond potential that is from a species within the classes covered by this 44 caliber, I will definitely use this rifle because it is fantastic. Man, that's a giant. A huge level 2 Roe Deer. He has the same estimate as the diamond we got yesterday, and apparently the rag is also the diamond rag, so he may make it. Well, not really sure if that is in fact the diamond rag, to be honest, but we're definitely gonna drop him. On the throat. And we got him, he's down. Nice shot on what is potentially the second diamond this week. By the way, at the moment we are exploring this area, which is a place where I usually spot quite a few roebucks. You know, if you come here in the morning or in the late afternoon, it is very likely you'll find them feeding in the cornfields where it's easy to see them, so this is definitely a good place to check if you're looking for a diamond or rare roebuck. Now at a first glance, even though I thought this bug had the small diamond rack, apparently it has the one that is right below it, hence it seems impossible for him to make it. And in fact he's only a 78.19, which is a few points shy from diamond. I mean, he's massive, but I was honestly expecting him to be bigger, so it is quite disappointing. And we're actually gonna conclude the hunt here. I would have loved to finish with a diamond, but it was impossible this time, so thanks for watching and see you next time.